What if I told you that being saved by the bell was literally a matter of life and death? And no, I'm not talking about getting out of a pop quiz when the school bell rings. The true origin of this phrase is so dark and terrifying that it spawned an entire industry built on pure human panic. Welcome back to Etymology-Expert, where we dig up the buried secrets behind everyday phrases. Today, we're uncovering the genuinely disturbing history of "saved by the bell," a phrase that has nothing to do with boxing matches, school bells, or 90s sitcoms, and everything to do with humanity's greatest fear: being buried alive. Picture this: it's the 1700s, and medical knowledge is, let's say, limited. Doctors had no reliable way to confirm death. No stethoscopes, no modern pulse detection, no brain activity monitors. People who appeared dead, from comas, fainting spells, or even severe alcohol poisoning, were often declared deceased and hastily buried. But here's where it gets terrifying. Some of these corpses would wake up, 6 feet underground. Scratch marks found on the inside of coffin lids. Bodies discovered in contorted positions, clearly having struggled. This wasn't just an occasional mistake. It was happening frequently enough that entire families lived in terror of premature burial. The fear became so widespread that it spawned what we now call the safety coffin industry. Inventors got rich selling coffins equipped with elaborate alarm systems. The most popular design? A bell. Here's how it worked. A string would be tied to the supposedly dead person's finger, threaded up through the ground, and connected to a bell mounted above the grave. If the person woke up and moved their hand, ding, 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 they'd literally be saved by the bell. Cemeteries actually hired night watchmen, whose job was to listen for these bells. These workers even had a nickname: graveyard shift workers. Sound familiar? That's another phrase that comes from this same morbid practice. Some coffins were so elaborate they included speaking tubes, air vents, and even periscopes. One German inventor created a system with a ladder just in case someone had enough strength to climb out themselves. But here's the fascinating part about language evolution. As medical science improved and premature burial became less common, the phrase "saved by the bell" didn't disappear. Instead, it transformed. By the early 1900s, boxing had adopted the phrase. A boxer getting knocked down could be saved by the bell if the round ended before the 10 count. The phrase had moved from literal life or death to sporting metaphor. Then schools picked it up. Students getting saved by the bell when class ended just before a difficult question. So the next time you use the phrase "saved by the bell," remember, you're echoing the words of someone's greatest nightmare turned into salvation. A phrase born from humanity's darkest fear evolved into our most casual expression of lucky timing. Language is wild like that. It takes our deepest terrors and, over time, turns them into something we say when we avoid a pop quiz. What other everyday phrases do you think might have surprisingly dark origins? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more etymological mysteries that'll change how you think about the words you use every day.